Hello? Ooh, chop car. Ooh, chop car. What? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMPG. Of course, your humble host, Thunder. Nick. And happy Saturday morning. Hope everybody's having a lovely beginning to their weekend or middle of their weekend, whatever part of the weekend you enjoy. If you enjoy the weekend, maybe you don't enjoy the weekend. Explosive load and tomatoes. Bro, this will be a chill day. Nobody rerun that explosive load. I'm running that. What a relaxed day, dude. Look at those two group dailies. I didn't even know that before I put the title together today on the recording. The Beans is in the city just chilling. Like, this is just chilling. This is the definition of just chilling, dude. I got a laptop. Ooh, free money. Come on. All right, let's get my Beans outfit on. Because if we're doing explosive load, we're doing Ron trucking. It doesn't really matter, you know. I don't need to have my chop outfit on for that, or my trash outfit on for that. There we go. Alrighty. Let's take our new Paragon R for a little drive down to Ron's and start doing some trucking, dude. Looks like it's going to be a truck heavy day, guys. Fair warning. Apologies to those of you guys who don't enjoy that part of the role play experience, but hey, you know, group needs what the group needs. To me, sounds like a perfect, relaxing little Sunday morning. If I'm being honest, it's pretty much exactly what I wanted to do. I'd love just coming into the city and doing a little truck driving, a little relaxing. Sounds like a good time to me. Yesterday I souped up my car. I didn't play online. I didn't record yesterday, but I was in the city to do group dailies and to soup my car up. So you'll never believe what I did to my Paragon. I mean, tell me this doesn't look gorgeous. I mean, come on. That car's beautiful. You're haters. All right. Ooh, I need to go there. What am I doing? That guy had a nice car too. All right. I'll be honest. I woke up today a little exhausted, a little tired. Not exhausted, tired though. Like, you know, I did some legitimate gaming last night. Like, did a good 5 or 6 hour stretch, 4 or 5 hour stretch with an old online buddy, JP. Shout out to JP, dude. We went in on division heavy last night, dude. That's why I didn't record yesterday. I was like, let me just get these group dailies knocked out. I'm gonna go to sleep. I literally got like a 5 hour nap middle of the day yesterday. Woke up, linked up with JP, played till like 10 o'clock at night, played Division till like 10 o'clock at night. Probably played like 5 or 6 hours. Bro, I love that game. We were smashing that game, dude. So this is kind of perfect, to be honest. I woke up this morning, went to the grocery store, got, a couple donuts, a Big Boy coffee. I haven't had a Big Boy coffee in a while. Shout out to the Starbucks caramel macchiato. That's kind of my jam. But I haven't had a Big Boy coffee. What's up, Kyle Quick? How's it going, buddy? Hello. Haven't had a Big Boy coffee in a while. I used to grab one of these every Sunday, and do the call of the wild, do the hunting. Those were back in the day. I saw one when I was at the grocery store this morning. I go, oh hell, I gotta grab one of those, dude. I haven't had one of those in a minute. I've been off the sugar and shit. I've been trying to like do better in that way. So it was just kind of a nice little Sunday treat for your boy. So I've been up for a little while. I've already done like a whole bunch of whatever. I slept till I didn't need to sleep anymore, right? But I think my brain hurts a little bit from 6 hours last night of cover-based shooting and looting and division and everything. So when I say jumping into the city today and finding out that my group dailies are like drive a gas truck and like find a mutated tomato, pick some trees, I'm like, oh, perfect. Because I don't want to do anything that's really strenuous at all, dude. I want to just chill today, dude. How's Cal Quick doing today? Everything copacetic, dude? Everything relaxed? Enjoying that Sunday morning? I will say this, Kyle, for starters, Pistons are rolling. I was just going to say, bro, I'll say this for starters. Pistons without Cade are way better than Minnesota without Anthony Edwards. Like, we gave them a beating last night, dude. It was a little bit of a game till like halftime, then we just pulled away. Like a good team should, I also watched, what else did I watch? I just watched a couple highlights and had some donuts. Rockets play today. Pistons are rolling. Okay. What other game did I watch? The highlights of? Oh, Phoenix. Yo, is Phoenix low-key kind of good? Like, kind of scrappy? I don't think they have much defense, but, like... they have a little bit of perimeter defense, but they don't, they're not crashing the boards, per se, but... Duran has been unbelievable. He's just a house, dude. And we can change pace with our bigs as well. We got Reed that can play a little more in between passing lane, like run the floor type stuff. We can get, if we need to punch in the mouth, we can bring in Stewart that can get real excited to defend and punch people in the mouth and get in fights and whatnot. And then we have Duran who can do like a C+ Joker impression and literally bring the ball up sometimes if he wants to. Stand at the top, facilitate, get his own stuff. Like, we got some versatility at the 5, dude. They have been hurt all year between between Booker and Brooks. Yeah. Well, I'm more talking about like the Grayson Allen and the Gillespie of it all, and they had a couple of different wings that were playing. I was watching the highlights this morning, and I was like, yo, just Phoenix low-key have like a bunch of long wings. Is Phoenix kind of like the Atlanta Hawks of the West? With a couple more actual stars. Like, I feel like they might be, and I think I have a general hatred for the Suns from back in the Seattle Supersonics days, So like I always kind of root against them, but like low key they got some, the Royce O'Neals and the, they got some wing kids over there that are like, not to mention that Green kid from Houston who like on any given night could be an all-star. Other nights he just won't show up at all. He's got some real J.R. Smith to his game. But like on certain nights, like You're like, yo, how the fuck did they get this guy? How did Houston give this guy away? You know, that kind of shit. But like, it's just not consistent. I think is what it boils down to. Suns honestly have such a good shooting team. They can give problems. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's interesting. I was watching the highlights, going, wait, are the Suns kind of built in a good way? I was like, wait, are the Suns kind of an interesting team? Because I can't imagine they're spending a ton of money, right? Given all the big names, they don't have any big names other than Booker. And then the tail end of Green's contract, whatever that was in Houston. It was kind of interesting to look at. I was like, huh, that's weird. So I guess I just haven't watched a whole lot of Suns highlights this year, but I'm like, that team could be. I mean, listen. I'm not saying they're taking the West or anything, but like that team could be a tough out. They could give somebody a series. And then I watched Atlanta beat the crap out of Sacramento. But Sacramento didn't have anybody. They didn't have Russ. They didn't have a lot of their guys. Plus, Sacramento's no good at all. So the fact that Sacramento hung around most of the game with Atlanta, it's like that's kind of an indictment on Atlanta a little bit. But yeah, I watched a fair amount of basketball highlights this morning already. I'd rather be playing the division. Amen Thompson is so lethal. I just don't know where he fits right now. Yeah. You're talking about your Thompson twin, right? Not mine. Mine's a Zara, right? Well, what happens next for the Thompson twins is one of them develops a jump shot and clearly stands out from the other one, you know? It's very much the Lopez brothers. Like, both Lopez brothers were valuable in their effort and their size and their ability to play, their IQ and their ability to play the game. But then Brooke Lopez developed that post game and eventually developed that 3-point shot. And they were like, oh, it's Brooke Lopez, and Robin Lopez is like, you know, the consolation prize. What's going to happen with the Thompson twins is something similar. One of those guys, one of the two Thompson twins, probably, I mean, if we're talking offense, it's probably going to be your Thompson twin, is going to develop the complete game. He's going to get his jump shot in order, and he's going to pull away, and it's going to be a situation where it's like, oh, the Thompson twins, yeah, I mean, Amen was really, really good. Azur was a solid pro. You know, like, it's going to be that situation. The question is, which twin decides to develop that jumper? Which twin decides to become a shooter? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Your guy already has kind of a clean midi. If he can develop and stretch that out and become a 3-and-D guy, like a solid 3-and-D guy, then he leaves Azar in the dust. Because my guy is all over the place, and we love him. He's Detroit he's Detroit all day long. He doesn't have an effective offense, short of the cleanup at the rim type shit. You don't drop him off, you don't drop him the ball and say, go give me a bucket. You know what I mean? So the safe bet is your guy will probably take that next step, but I mean that's both those twins, dude. Yeah, he can guard literally anyone in the rim in the league and give them trouble. And you can throw the ball anywhere near the rim and he's going to go up and get it. But that's either Thompson twin. I mean, your Thompson twin plays a little D2 though, right? No, yes, no. Imagine, bro. Here's some shit to think about. Imagine if that embryo didn't split into two. Imagine if all that talent was in one guy. instead of 2 kids. Bruh. That's a Michael Jordan level talent, dude. So basketball talented that that embryo had to split in the womb and make 2 people out of all that talent. There was so much talent there. Bruh. Bruh. True. I still think Reed Shepard can be effective in this league. He's just got to be in the right place. I see glimpses from him, and I'm like, yo, there's a way to build something where Reed Shepard can go bananas every night. I think there's a place. Like, if a LaMelo can have an offense built for him, and a Steph Curry can have an offense built for him, and at one point a Trae Young can have an offense built for him, why can't you build something around that Shepard kid? Make use of him. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to make use of that kid. Sengun at best is a broke man's Joker, and he runs like a lady. So I dislike, I dislike Sengun. He's such a Peyton Pritchard, bro. But there's a way to use Peyton Pritchard. I mean, look at Boston. Boston uses Peyton Pritchard. You say that like it's a bad thing. You say, oh, it's just Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard has a championship. You don't want a championship? What are we talking about? Just keep shooting threes. You need the space, huh? Just make Sengun sit out there and shoot threes all game. I'm gonna start falling eventually, man. Sengun like has all those beautiful post moves he spent all summer learning with Akeem, though. You don't want him to use any of those? Pritchard also has 31-9-0. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, last night I got done playing Division 2 for like, like I said, 5 or 6 hours with my boy JP. And I went to lay down in my room, like, oh, I'm going to rest my eyes for a second. And when I say I put my head on my pillow and was like it was immediate. I've never fallen asleep that fast. So I woke up this morning, I think at like 3:30 this morning. Went to bed at like 10, got like, 5 or 6 hours of hard sleep. Woke up and was like, I'm going to keep sleeping until the grocery store opens at 6. So I think basically I had like 8 hours of sleep last night. 5 hard hours of sleep, and then like a few hours of like kind of restless sleep as I watched the clock, waiting for it to be almost 6 o'clock so I could wake up, go to the grocery store type shit. But bro, I needed it. My head still kind of hurts. Had so many flashy lights, dude. Division 2 has so many flashy lights on it. Explosions and gunshots and bullets flying and I really should have I really should be recording that today, honestly, but maybe we'll do that later on. I don't know. I probably won't record it. I'll probably just play it, but looks gonna be like it's gonna be a nice day. I kind of want to get out and get a walk in or something, like get a little exercise. Oh shit, somebody's dead. Ooh, yeah, the Audi. Yep, that'll kill you. I've had one of those wide body Audis. You get going so fast, you're doomed. You're doomed in one of those cars, dude. 'Cause you're not gonna be able to. 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 Celtics, Hornets, and OKC Knicks today. I mean, Celtics gonna hopefully Celtics blast the shit out of the Hornets. Hornets have been hot as fucking fish grease though. The last that's the expression, right? Hot as fish. I don't know. So Hornets, that's an expression, right? The Hornets have been fast or hot as shit recently. They've been playing great, but I mean, Celtics are the Celtics. OKC and Knicks is gonna be great because OKC is just gonna beat the fuck out of the Knicks, and that's always fun to watch. I'm going the wrong way. What have the Knicks been doing? The Knicks haven't been winning, right? I mean, they've been 50-50 down the stretch, I feel like. I haven't really been paying attention. The Knicks, yeah. Yeah, that was one of the highlights I was going to watch was the Sixers-Knicks highlights because I guess it came down to the wire. It was like a game winner from Embiid or something at the end type shit. I was like, oh, that'd be fun to watch. I almost watched that one, but then it got to be like 7:30-ish, and I was like, okay. Yeah, but OKC employs J-Dub, so... Huh. I'm not sure what that means. Sixers, Hornets... Oh, Sixers, Hornets, but just blew it because Melo is an idiot. Yeah, well, Melo is an idiot for sure, dude. Inexperience. But the Hornets have been hot, though. Despite LaMelo. They take the next big step when they get rid of LaMelo. I'm going to say basically the same thing I said at the start of the year about Atlanta. It's like once they get off LaMelo, Charlotte's going to be fun to watch, dude. They're going to take a real step forward. Because for all of his, like, don't worry, I'll hit a 30-foot three and make this possession worthwhile that he does like 4 or 5 times a game, he has an equal amount, if not more, times down the court where you're like, LaMelo, what the fuck? You just wasted a possession. You know what I mean? The highlights will show LaMelo hitting that three and bailing the Hornets out over and over again, and you'll be convinced that like, oh wow, man, LaMelo's really coming into his own. Look at him. You know, it's like, no, dude. As many times as he does that, he has as many times where he fucks the whole thing up, dude. I should like him. He's a willing passer, but I mean, it's just his jumper's ridiculous. He does flashy shit when a simple pass would do. He's just... I really don't like LaMelo Ball. Yeah, their center. That boy is fun to watch. Energy. Well, that and Con Knippel, dude. Con Knippel's a motherfucker, bro. He's good. Brandon Miller's been playing great since he started to wrap his shoulder with an ace bandage or whatever, which is so weird. Like, he wraps his shoulder with an ace bandage now. Like, it's a good luck charm type shit. It's like, okay. At first, I was like, what the fuck's wrong with his shoulder? Then after a while, I realized I was like, oh, he's on some, like, this helps me play good type shit. I was like, okay. Whatever helps you play good, I guess. So strange, though, to, like, wrap up your shoulder like that for no reason. I mean, maybe there is a reason, but, like, I get the sense that at this point he's just doing it because he's comfortable with it now. But every time I watch Charlotte Hornets highlights, I go, what the fuck's wrong with Miller's shoulder? I'm like, oh, right, yeah. He does that, like, he wraps his shoulder in like a white ace bandage, basically. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Maybe at one point he did have something wrong with his shoulder, but he can't possibly still have something wrong with his shoulder now. I think it's just what he does now, I'm pretty sure. Hope that doesn't catch on. That's so weird to, like, just wrap your shoulder like that. Watch it be some degenerate, you know, muscle tissue disease thing that he has that I'm totally being insensitive about. But I think it's just like a Lucky Charms thing. I think it's just like a good luck thing. I could be wrong, though. I haven't really looked into it. I'm just assuming. But yeah, Brandon, I say all that to say Brandon Miller's been playing really good. I agree with you. Their big man is a beast. Undersized, like skinny but athletic. Moves around well. Catches the lob. Does all the things you want him to do. Yeah, I haven't either. That's why I'm thinking he's probably just doing it because it's like he the first time he did it, he had a really good game, and now he's like, well, I guess I wrap my shoulder now because I had a really good game type shit. Oh, and they got Kobe White. Kobe White's been playing great over there since he left Chicago. Suddenly he's playing good. Ain't that how it is? Fucking Chicago. As a Pistons fan, I love anytime somebody leaves Chicago and starts playing really good. That makes me happy. Like, he is like kind of retarded, but he's 120%. Dude, hell yeah, dude. That's the kind of center you want, bro. I got one of those. His name's Stewart, dude. I got a kind of retarded but gives 120% guy. His name's fucking Beef Stew, dude. Isaiah Stewart, dude. He played at Washington. He was a Husky. He'll in street clothes come off the bench and try and punch somebody, dude. He's crazy. He's a Looney Tune, dude. But you want it. You want his effort. You want him out there, dude. His enthusiasm is contagious. It's probably the same thing with this diabetes guy, dude. There's something to be said for those guys. Teams need those guys. Good teams have that guy, that crazy guy, dude. That you're like, don't start. We're gonna, unclip the leash on this dude, and he's just gonna go fucking blah, 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 all over everything, dude. Tasmanian Devil style. There's a place for those kind of guys in basketball. I've had more sugar this morning than I've had in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been like really paring down my sugar and stuff. Like a good 40-something-year-old. I think I'm 45. I'm 45, right? 46? I'm 46. No, I'm not 46 till July. 45. I'm 45-year-old. I'm like a good 45-year-old. I'm trying to eat less sweets and whatnot, and cut out soda pops and what have you. But bro, this morning I've had a couple of donuts, and I've had most of this super sugary caramel macchiato pre-made coffee thing. Bro, my stomach hurts. My actual stomach hurts right now. I'm like, dude, how did I used to do this every Sunday? I'm like, ugh, I feel fucking weighed down and gross right now. Like, ugh. Oh, JP's playing the division. Look, JP's playing the division. That son of a bitch just popped up on my screen underneath my camera there. Damn yous. You son of a bitch. I got dailies I got to do, group dailies and whatnot. I got to knock them down. Can't go play division yet. I have responsibilities in the city. Oh shit, I had an explosive load for a personal daily too. I should probably see what my personal dailies are actually while I have a second. Okay, well, explosive load, we just finished that. Inside track, mining fanatic for 40. Ugh. Ugh, I don't want Plasma Den. Boo. So besides going and winning a horse race, I don't have any personal dailies. That's actually good news. That means I can get to the division quicker. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. All right, so all I got to do is some truck driving. I got to find a mutated tomato and win one horse race. We're out of here. I don't mean to be all enthusiastic about, a nice short stream today, but I mean, shit, I got stuff to do, dude. I got to go save Washington D.C. from the, outbreak and the criminals in Division 2. It's weird how excited I am to go play a game that's, however many years old. I don't know when Division 2 came out. A while ago. Probably 10 years ago. Who knows? They just don't make games like that anymore, And if they do, they're too expensive for me to buy. This guy on the bike needs to get the fuck to the side of the road, dude. I'll wreck him off his bike. I don't give a shit. That guy almost got destroyed. Whoa. Yeah, hopefully the Knicks get the shit pushed by Philadelphia. Hopefully, or OKC rather. Hopefully Philadelphia beats the shit out of the Hornets. That'd be nice. I gotta get gas while I'm here. Yep, old Beans is a truck driver again, dude. That mixer looks like it's going way too fast. I bet you that's a chop. It's got to be a chop. I kind of have a weird take for OKC, but they need to figure out how to keep J-Dub, Hartenstein separate almost. Interesting. When you say J-Dub, you're talking about the small forward one, not the center one, right? Because I agree with you if that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about the center one, then I'm like, yeah, obviously. But if you're talking about the small forward one, I still agree with you. Because I do think they occupy the same space. I feel like J-Dub wants to live there at 15 feet, and Hartenstein wants to stay at 15 feet because he can't stretch out to 3, but he also still wants to give SGA his space to do what he does. So I agree with you. I think J-Dub and Hartenstein on the floor at the same time, they basically occupy the same space. It turns into a bit of a cluster. So I don't disagree with that, dude. I don't know how you solve that problem, though, because you do want to start Hartenstein. Just for the Twin Tower punch in the mouth right off the bat, you know? Although bringing J-Dub off the bench is like, what? That feels weird, too, though. That's a tricky one. No one being spot ups, yeah. Well, Hartenstein, after his screen at the top, he likes to live at 13, 14 feet to do that little push floater thing that he does as a bailout. If the defense adjusts to the point where SGA or whoever isn't really effective. So he wants to live there, but then if J Will has the ball, he's going to operate to that very same space to get his DeRozan on, dude, which is basically my take on J-Dub. Is he's a younger, more athletic version of DeRozan, because where he's effective are exactly the places where your DeMar DeRozan in his prime was effective. It's can you just step back 3 feet? You'd be just so much more valuable. Please step back 3 or 4 feet. Hit that 3 instead of that midi with a guy in your face type shit. But easier said than done, I guess. Yeah. They have the best problem in the league in that they have too many good guys. Everybody in the league would want to have that problem. The reason OKC can just rattle off 15 wins in a row all season long. It's dude, they have so many good guys, despite having injuries all year long. It's dude, they have so much talent on that team. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, as far as catching, yeah, that's the thing. If they go off of Hartenstein, they could put in that J Will, and he could just sit at a 3-point line and Sam Perkins the shit out of the thing. Also, while playing defense, and we would not be afraid to put an elbow in someone's face and catch some fouls, because knowing he has Hartenstein right behind him, it's not a terrible idea going the other JW, the other J Will, the center J Will, and what's it called? Holmgren as the bigs. Because at least with J Will, he can just step all the way out and Sam Perkins the thing. I mean, they have a lot of options. They could go a lot of different ways with it, dude. I think it depends on the matchup. If the team has a dominant big, you kind of want Hartenstein in there. If the team has a big that touches the ball a ton, you want to wear him out on defense by putting a J Will on him, making him stretch out to the 3-point line and get back to the paint to defend, and get back out to the 3-point line because JW shooting that 3 and get back into the paint to defend. It's That will wear a big out, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because if you want Wemby to get exhausted, make him run out to the 3-point line on J. Will, then have him, you know, defend all the SGA at the rim, but then also stretch out to J. Will at the 3-point line, then all the way back into, like, Hartenstein isn't the answer for Wemby. It's for sure Jalen Williams. Yeah. It's not Chet versus Wemby because we've seen that go horribly wrong for OKC over and over again. Keeps Wemby out the paint. Yeah, it keeps him honest at least. He'd still be in the paint, but you know, you can make him pay for it, assuming J. Will's shooting good that night, kind of thing. But see, like against like a Phoenix, or say like against a, I mean, I would argue against a Denver, you don't want J. Will in there. You want, well, actually Denver maybe you do because you want to make Joker run out to that 3-point line. Phoenix would love to run out to the 3-point line though. Minnesota would love to. Well, no, Minnesota has Gobert. Gobert doesn't want to go out there and chase threes. On Wemby, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, so that makes sense. That's the matchup then against the Spurs. Although, was it in a win, or did he put 24, 12, and 4 on them in one of the 3 losses the Thunder have against the Spurs this year? Because, like, I'm pretty sure the Spurs beat them 3 times, right? Did they beat them all? I mean, they played 4 times. Did they beat them all 4 times, or was it 3-1? I don't actually remember how it all ended with that. I was pretty sure Spurs played the OKC 3 times already this year and beat them all 3 times. I thought. That's why everybody's so high on the Spurs. They're like, that's the team that can beat the Thunder. Or maybe there's been another game since that where the Thunder actually beat them. Either way, playoffs is a whole different story. I don't put a ton. I mean, you got to put some stock in the fact that the Spurs beat the world champions 3 times. That means something. But, like, playoffs is way different. Ah, okay, the 4th time and OKC won, but all the Spurs were sitting? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, playoffs is a whole different animal. It's the same team night after night after night after night. Adjustments can be done in real time. Like, it's a whole different animal. It's like, you're not really playing. Yeah, 4-1 for the season. Okay, yeah. Ten guys out for OKC. Oh, really? Okay, so yeah, so we've not gotten to. If you look at it without looking at all the who didn't plays and who did plays, it looks like San Antonio's got their number. But like, come on, how honest of a representation of both teams was that really in any of those games? You can make the argument then. Well, then we don't really know anything. Then, fair to say. That will be the Western Conference final. I feel like it's like, if they're gonna, because they're gonna end 1-2, right? So they'll be on opposite sides of the bracket. Like, that's gonna be the NBA Finals. I can't imagine that won't be the NBA Finals, or not Finals. I'm sorry, Western Conference Finals. Kenrick, Jalen running all 3. Damn. Yeah. So that's not a real representation then. Against the Lakers, Jay will. They don't need to play Hardenstein against the Lakers. They would not, like OKC, if they ended up against the Lakers, would not start Hardenstein, I don't think. They just don't need to. Chet can absolutely handle Ayton. Playing small, switching on everything. Fast doubles on Luka would be important. Put Jalen, J Dub on LeBron. Let that play one-on-one. LeBron's 40-something. Like that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other West Coast teams where you'd have to switch off Hartenstein as the big. Like, you wouldn't need Hartenstein as a big. You wouldn't need to go twin bigs against the Lakers. You wouldn't need to go twin bigs against Phoenix. I don't think it'd be in your best interest to go twin bigs against Phoenix. Probably go twin bigs against Josic, obviously, Wemby. Although, you make a good point for J. Will over Hartenstein against Wemby. Minnesota, you want twin bigs. You want Hartenstein versus Gobert against Minnesota. What are the other teams in the West? I'm trying to think of the other teams in the West. Clippers, you probably could go either way with the Clippers, honestly. Are the Clippers in the conversation? They are, right? I'm just trying to think of all the playoff teams in the West right now. If you're the Thunder. But it must be nice to have that versatility, you know? I really like watching these big regular season games, but as a Rockets fan, I invest nothing. Fair enough. Hey, fair enough. You must protect your heart. You know? I get it. Warriors could beat us in the regular season. They can do anything on the Rockets. It doesn't matter. Warriors aren't in the... Like, Warriors are like the 10 seed or some shit, aren't they? Or are they in the playoffs? Like, they're playing right now, right? This is the longest Ron truck run I've ever done, by the way. Who's AJ Mitchell? I don't even know who that is, bro. But like 8 games ahead of the 11th. Oh, okay. I don't know AJ Mitchell, I'm gonna be honest. You went deep cut on that one. Is he like a rocket that's from your bench or something? When healthy, 15 points per game score for OKC. Is that right? I thought Wallace was the 2. It's not Carson Wallace? Who the fuck is Mitchell? How the fuck do I not know Mitchell? I have a blank on this guy. Huh. No serious shooter starting. I don't know. Bro. I don't know, dude. I mean, SGA's a serious shooter. But yeah, Chet can step out and shoot. I mean, he's not Kyle Korver, but Chet Holmgren for his size is an incredible shooter. What are you talking about, dude? Wallace started last game. Okay. Holy shit, what's going on at the bank? Wait, is that truck driver at the bank? What the fuck? He's Got a delivery at the bank, or he had something in his pockets he wanted to put away, probably. There's no delivery at the bank, I don't think. Fuck was that guy running into? As far as personnel goes, no, yeah, they can't do anything. They can't pay all their players after they win the championship. They're gonna have to move off of Holmgren or Jalen Williams because they can't afford they can't afford their championship team unless everybody takes a massive pay cut just to stay together. Which, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll do that. Probably won't. I mean, their fucking agents will advise against that, I'm sure. Literally drafted all these boys, are winning championship with all these boys, can't keep all these boys. That second apron pulls that team apart this summer, if not next summer. I think it's this summer, though. I'm pretty sure it's this summer. Yeah, isn't that a shame, dude? It's kind of crazy to think that this second apron, like, we're trying to prevent super teams. Yeah, what you're doing is you're preventing teams that draft well from keeping the people they drafted, is what you're actually doing. Like, my OKC Thunder are going to have to are a championship caliber team that has to pull themselves apart because they can't afford to pay the 3 guys that they were smart enough to draft. Well, not SGA. SGA they didn't draft, I guess, but, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of stupid when you think about it. It's an unfortunate byproduct of this second apron, which is essentially a hard cap. I'm not sure if that's what you're actually talking about with your adjustments. When you were talking about your adjustments, I think you're more talking about personnel for the actual, series against Denver that potentially could happen. I think that's probably what you were saying. I'm talking about adjustments to the roster overall after the season, after we win our second chip. It's like, bruh, we're fucked. I mean, don't worry about all that, dude. It's like time is what's going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. In another year, they got to pull their roster apart because they can't afford them because of the second fucking apron, dude. And the ridiculous penalties that come along with it. You're talking about personnel in the game. Yeah, my bad. I kind of read your messages back. I go, oh, I think he's talking about something completely different. Crazy. Yeah, their depth is crazy. They will be fine, but like, they shouldn't be able to keep Chet Holmgren, J. Will, and SGA on the same roster. That's bullshit. That's how I feel. All right, that's how I feel, dude. I feel like it's bullshit. I mean, end of the day, it's a good problem to have, dude. We're winning world championships, and we have a bunch of youth. But we can afford to move off our superstars and bring in, not even bring in, just move up younger guys that are on our roster right now. With thinking like we continue to be competitive, but like, I'm on some we shouldn't have to shit. Especially since we drafted these boys. It's not like we went out and bought 5 of the best players. And now we want to pay them a fortune, and the league saying, hey, don't do that. Like, we drafted these kids, and they've stuck with us long enough that, like, they've gotten to the point where they've stuck with OKC long enough to be like, all right, now it's time for you guys to give me that big contract. I've been playing great. I've stayed in OKC. I've been playing great. You guys drafted me. Now it's time for a big contract. And they're like, yeah, would love to do that. League won't let us. Forgot we gave Sengun a single track. Yeah, you have a similar situation, bro. Honestly, Rockets have a pretty similar situation. Like, imagine, like, well, I mean, actually, you might enjoy that. Imagine you could move off Sengun this summer and just be like, somebody pick up Sengun and go a completely different direction with your bigs. Free up that space. That could be exciting for you, dude. Actually, but if you're so off Sengun, it sounds like you're off Sengun, but. I don't want to. I mean, I'm for sure trying to play the victim here with my OKC take here, and I get like that. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Yo, you just won two, like one, and possibly this year a second. You won two, potentially won two championships. You're not a victim. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, woe is me. I won two championships. Now my team has to break up. But like, yo, what happened to the days when dynasties were a thing? Like we drafted well. We built an impressive team. We deserve our dynasty. God damn it. The league's going to have to step in. Like, nobody's good enough to beat us, so the league's got to step in and beat us. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Has to be adjustments, yeah. Especially for what you're paying him, though, dude. That's the part where I'm like, I didn't know you guys had him on a big fat contract. He sounds like he has a big fat contract. That's not good. Is all I'm saying. All right, at my first stop, I got to go get food. Five-year, 170. Well, I mean, for 5 years, what does that break down to? Like 20 something a year? That's not crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. I mean, it's not. Israel the Thunder, bro. Like 170 for 5 years is less than 20 a year, isn't it? Wait, it's way more than 20 a year. What am I talking about? 20 times 5 is 100. 170. Yo, that's like, yo, he's making like 30 million a year. Damn, that's crazy, bro. 170 for 5. Wait, how many years in is he? I can't do math worth a shit. I apologize, guys. 170 divided by 5. Somebody do that. Somebody do that real quick. I don't have a calculator handy. The fuck is 170 times 5? Or divided by 5, sorry. Hold. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I think I have a calculator right here. Do I have a calculator like right here? I thought I did. No, 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 no. What's this? Nope. There it is. Yeah, like 34 million. Bro, he just signed it? Oh, no. Oh, no, dude. That's dumb. Bro, that is dumb money for a ineffective, like effective offensively, but ineffective defensively big man that runs like a girl. You're paying $34 million a year for a big man that can't defend and runs like a girl? What the hell, dude? What are you doing? Kyle, that's not good. Yo, Kyle, that's not good, dude. Damn, I didn't know that. I mean, his offense is there sometimes, right? Like some nights his offense is there. His decision making is pretty good. Like he can, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to justify 34 million a year, bro. This is year one of a 5-year, bro. 145 guaranteed. Jesus, dude, what are you guys doing? That's why you couldn't keep Jalen Green, right? Because Jalen Green had a similar thing going on. He had like a pretty decent contract, I remember. And then he was like injured or whatever, and you guys are going like, what the fuck? He's getting paid how much? And he's not even playing. Like, we got to move him. That was how you managed to get that contract in on the Durant trade, right? Because you're like, we got to get off one of these contracts. We don't want to get off St. June. We want to get off Jalen Green. Is the way I remember it. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But Jesus, bro. 145 guaranteed is nuts. Well, he's in his. I mean, you would argue that this is Sengun's prime, though, right? He's not old. It's like 3 years, 110 for Jalen. Yeah. I mean, Sengun's not exactly old, right? He's like mid-20s. He's not been around that long. So part of that is like you're paying for his youth and his young legs and shit to a degree. You're paying for an upside that maybe he hasn't completely fulfilled yet, but like you're hoping you're hoping he's not capped. When you sign that contract, you're going, he's going to continue to improve. He's going to get better. He's in his early 20s. Like, how old is Sengun? He's probably what, 24, 25? Like, that's, I mean, 34 million is crazy for a center in today's league, but in my head. But maybe it's not, though, if he's young, you know what I mean? It's not that wild, I don't think, actually. Ooh, little Corvette action. That's a nice green. He's 23? Yeah, so, dude. He's super, super young. He's got a lot of basketball in him left. He might eventually learn how to play defense. Who knows? I gotta get some food, dude. I'm taking my break. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, obviously, you'd like to get him for cheaper. Nobody's saying you wouldn't want to get him for cheaper. You'd obviously want to get him for cheaper, but like, at the same time, that's not. He's 23, bro. He's got a lot of upside. He's got a lot of growing up to do. A lot of, you know, he might turn into one hell of a pro. Dude, he hasn't even started his prime. Oh, you can't move off Sengun at 23. That'd be crazy. You got to stick with Sengun, dude. I'm actually turning around on that a little bit now. 34 million a year for a 23-year-old is crazy, I guess, but like, there's no telling how good he could be, though. He's not even started to like.
I made my first son at 10 years old.
Okay.
What you mean okay? Like what?
Joke's over, dude. Joke's over.
What you mean? I was fucking at 10. I was fucking at 10. A bad bitch Latina too. What the fuck?
Hey!
What's up, dude? What's going on?
Yo, this guy bald too, yo.
Yo, that guy over there had the bad bitch Latina, he said? Is that what I heard?
At 10 years old, yeah.
He knew
Nah,
what.
he
That's
said
what's up, dude. No, that's what's up,
bitch
dude.
Latino. He said
10
bad
years
bitch
old, I
Latino.
believe him.
Yo, yo,
No,
yo.
he's telling the truth. I believe him, dude.
Watch your mouth. You mean Latino?
Whoa,
Latina.
yeah, don't put the male on it, dude. He's talking females,
yeah,
bruh.
what the fuck? Baldy's always talking shit.
Oh my god,
What the fuck are those guys in the penumbra, dude? What are those guys in the penumbra doing? Yeah, but we still gotta make adjustments. He has to develop. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. He has to develop, bro. What are you trying to eat his lunch for? He's 23 years old. That's crazy. I thought he was like mid-20s. Like, I thought he was, you know. I didn't realize how young he was, dude. Sengun's got a lot of upside, bro. I've completely gone full circle. 34 million a year, I do still think is kind of crazy, but like, that's, listen, he's a 23-year-old. He'll be 28 when that contract's up. He'll be like nearing the end of his, you know, I mean, 28 to 32. Like by 32, he's out his prime completely. He is who he is. But like by 28 years old, he is who he is. You'll know exactly what you have with Sengun by 28, and you'll have only spent Well, you've only spent nearly $200 million, but still, bro. Yeah, you need to chill on that, dude. Like for real, real. Like it's. I mean, on paper, you go $34 million for Sengun. He can't play defense, runs like a girl. You know, offensively, he's a hit and miss. But dude, he's 23 years old. I didn't realize he was 23, dude. That changes everything. I mean, contract's a little heavy. I'm not going to pretend like that contract's not a little heavy, but bro, by the end of it, you'll know exactly who he is, and you know, then that next contract probably won't be as big, or maybe he'll turn into that fucking Joker you think he might be, and you'll be like, shit, well, let's do another 170 for 5 years, and then that'd be his career. He stays a rocket his whole career, and there you go. Partly autistic, yeah, runs like a girl, partly autistic. He does run like a lady though, bro. Like nobody in the league runs more like a lady than Sengun. That's part of the reason why I don't like him. Like he's undeniably talented, and the fact that he's spending summers with Hakeem is nothing but a good thing. There's no downside to that. Some people say Hakeem's been scamming big men for years, and yada yada yada. A lot of people like to take shots at Hakeem for his whole like running that camp for fucking teaching people basic post moves they should have learned in high school, and charges them $500,000 to do it. Like people have been talking shit about Hakeem for years about that, but like honestly, I saw the footage of the stuff he was doing with Sengun. They had some behind the scenes footage. I was like, yeah, all that's good stuff. If this kid's at the time when that video came out, probably 21, 22, like he shouldn't learn from a Hall of Fame center. Like what are we talking about? So like, a couple more summers with Hakeem. Maybe Hakeem even gives him a discount given he's a Houston Rocket. I couldn't see why he wouldn't, but anyways, like summers with Hakeem, continue to improve his offense. Needs to learn some fucking defense. Maybe stop running like a lady, and then Jabari's wrapped up till 2030 for under 30 million. Nice, dude. Well, see, you're all right, bro. Contract-wise, you're gonna be fine. I feel like it's just not this year's just not your year. Like, sounds like you got your some. I almost said your important pieces, but I would say some of your important pieces locked up for the next who knows how many years, dude. For what might end up being pretty cheap, dude. Who knows how the what do you call it? Ooh, what the fuck's happening down there? What's that truck doing? Who knows how exploded the salary cap is going to be in the next 5 years? Who knows how much the game will have changed? How important or unimportant centers and or 6'10" wings are going to be in however many years, dude. By the way, shout out to my boy Ron Holland in Detroit. He's been hitting some spot up threes. We like to see that, dude. Clearly he's been working on his three-pointer, his jumper, his catch and shoot shit. He's been working on it. You can tell he's been working on it. Shout out to my boy, dude, because that was what was missing. Like, if he wants to get more time on the floor, he needs to be able to, Royce O'Neal. He needs to be able to, I'm trying to think of other versions of the 3-and-D. He needs to be able to, PJ Tucker, you know what I mean? He needs to be able to be that defensive, enthusiastic defender that he is, that crash the boards kid, that get in the passing lanes kid. But on the other end, he needs to be able to step out to the three-point line and be a viable option for a Cade kickout or a Jennings kickoff when they get doubled or they get in too deep type shit. And I've been seeing a lot of that in the last couple games. Shout out to my boy Ron Holland, dude. Because he's on that, move to space, catch and shoot, three-pointer splash type shit, dude. And that will be his career, dude. He's never going to be put the ball in his hands, he's going to go score 40 guy, but, he can absolutely be that guy, dude. That 3-and-D guy that has a nice long career, dude. He can be that guy. And Detroit could use a guy like that, so Herter has been a nice addition, dude. Herter got the belt the other game. We have a belt we hand out to player of the game type shit. The players decide on it. We pass around a championship belt in our locker room, and Herter got the belt the other day because he had a great game. It doesn't hurt that Ron Holland is probably every practice hanging out with Herter and Duncan Robinson and these boys, just shooting threes, talking that mess. We got some pretty talented shooters on our roster, so that can only help Ron Holland. For all the mess I talked when we drafted him instead of, or I don't know if we were before or after Chicago. I think Chicago was right before us, and they got Bazelis. I wanted Bazelis, if you guys remember. I was like, come on, give me Mataz Bazelis, dude. I want him. And Bazelis has been playing great for Chicago. As much as I was like bummed that we got Ron Holland and not Bazelis, like low-key Ron Holland's taking great steps to become the kind of Piston I want to see out there. So like, I got to give him credit, dude. For all of your like, this guy sucks, this guy sucks, this guy sucks. I wanted to fucking put one, this guy's doing awesome out there for my team, okay? Ron Holland is taking steps in the correct direction as far as I see it. So just shout out to Ron Holland. Keep improving that three-point shot and keep playing like it's the last game you'll ever play with that energy and that enthusiasm and that hustle. We love to see it, dude. Detroit basketball. I don't know what kind of contract he's on or anything, but I try and look on the bright side, dude, you know? I was not immediately a super fan of Ron Holland, I'll be honest. I was like, it's nice, I get why they did it. It's defense, he's energy, he's defense, he's, you know, he's grimy, he's not afraid to throw his hands around a little bit. We learned all that in that first year, right? In the second year, we learned, hey, this guy's coachable. This guy's is going to improve. He's going to get his jumper under control. He's a team player, and he's not losing even a step of any of the other stuff we were all excited about in the first place. So like I've come around a little bit on Holland. Like I'm starting to enjoy watching Holland play, dude. He's not Matassa Bazelis, but like, hey, who is, you know? Super bummed Bazelis went to Chicago, by the way. Have I mentioned that? I think I mentioned that probably a dozen times over that draft when they were... God, I was high on Bazelis coming out of that draft. I really wanted that white boy, but honestly, Holland's done a hell of a job turning me around on it. I'm almost to a place where I still can't say I prefer Holland over Bazelis. I think a Bazelis would have been really nice for us, but yeah, either way. Holland's playing great. That doesn't mean Holland's not playing great. It'd be amazing to see how much better Bazelis could be if he wasn't on a team that absolutely fucking blew nuts, though, dude. Like, Chicago is so bad. He's so bad. And they're just, Chicago is so shitty, dude. That it's like, god damn it. If Bazelis was in the right place, though, how good he could be. It's like, bro. Yeah, they're turning him into a spot-up shooter. I think he's a pick and roll guy. He's a fucking cutter. He's a backside cut guy. He obviously can go to the rim. You don't want him with the ball in his hands necessarily because he coughs the ball up pretty regularly, I see. But Bazelis can be like an extra effort guy, like, you know, rebound and put it back up type stuff. Weak side catch and shoot. He can catch and shoot. He can shoot a little bit. He's got a European white boy game, kind of, that I like. That I just think that's where the league's headed. So I like it. I was real high on him coming out. And he leaps, boy. That boy can leap. He's not afraid to dunk on somebody's head and go, ah, in their face, which I like. He's a jumper, too. Like, he can get up. I don't know. There's just so many positives. That being said, I'm less and less every game, every day, every year here. I'm less and less bummed that we got Holland because Holland is playing great. Holland is making all the right steps as far as I can tell. Shout out to Bickerstaff and his crew because they're like Ron Holland the third or whatever. He's a motherfucker, bro. Wait, what the fuck? Why did it look like I was gonna get off the freeway and then I didn't get off the freeway? That's weird. God, I love basketball. Like this morning, nothing I love more, dude. I got back from the grocery store, unpacked my groceries, got them all squared away, got me a coffee and a couple donuts. I'm sitting here, beautiful Sunday morning. Looks like it's gonna be a sunny day outside. I'm like, sit down at my setup here, and I'm like, all right, YouTube, what happened in basketball last night? A couple clicks, and I'm just, I could spend 20, 30, 40 minutes just going, oh shit, look at that. Oh shit, look at that. By the way, special shout out also Bones Highland playing like a beast in Minnesota. Good for him. Averaging 19 plus over the last 8 or 10 games or whatever. I like that Bones Highland kid. I've always liked that Bones Highland kid. People were not sure he was a real one a couple years ago, and I maintained, no, that kid's good. For how obsessed I am with basketball, man, I miss college basketball. Yeah, there's too many teams in college basketball. I can't possibly keep up. I'd love to say I pay attention to college basketball, but there's just, the March Madness seems like a cool idea on paper until you're like, yo, there's 64 teams. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's a nice idea, but I'm not that obsessed with basketball. I like professional basketball. I can't do college. I'm a Gonzaga fan, I guess, because I'm a UW fan because technically we're Huskies on this side of Washington State. I'm in Washington State, so like the Washington State Cougars are east coast of Washington. The west coast of Washington is Huskies fans. Technically, Gonzaga's over there on the even the farther east coast. It's east coast. There's like Huskies. Then there's the middle / east of Washington. That's like Cougars, and then the far east coast, like Spokane and shit, is Gonzaga fans. Technically, I'm a Huskies fan, but like by location and geography. But like, I'm obviously a Gonzaga fan because that's John Stockton, my very favorite basketball player of all time. That's Chet Holmgren was Gonzaga. So many good players came out of Gonzaga. It's just such a fun college, a very competitive college as far as like college basketball goes. But I don't keep that close to track, if I'm being honest. Technically, though, if I had a college team, it would be Gonzaga. Technically, but it's just there's too many fucking teams, dude. I can't really keep track, dude.
Right, you able to keep it?
I can barely keep track of professional basketball. Who are we kidding? But yeah, March Madness is happening right now. I know that's happening right now. Because, Barstool Sports and stuff, their coverage of it's been pretty significant on their social medias and stuff. All the bets they're doing, all the, the game winners and videos that they do, streams that they do for college basketball. I've been seeing a lot of that content from them, but I just haven't really been following it. Michigan plays today. Who are they playing? Tennessee, okay. They should beat the fuck out of them, or is Tennessee good? I don't even know. You're praying for Tennessee? Or are you praying for Michigan? Why do I get the feeling you're a Tennessee guy? You're a Michigan guy, okay. Yeah, I guess I could root for Michigan too. Go Michigan. I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog in that fight. I'll be honest. The Fab Five was cool back in the day with Michigan, with the Chris Webber and the Jalen Rose and all them boys. That was cool, I guess. I was kind of a fan of that team for a small period of time. But that's as Michigan as I get. I root for all Michigan teams except NBA since Harden was all I watched for years. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Oh, motherfucker, both my boys are playing Division right now. I gotta hurry up and finish this. I owe that man my childhood. Hey, fair enough. Yeah, stop it. They need to stop it with that. Especially since when he's injured, San Antonio beats the fuck out of people. Like, that team is strong with or without him. I'm saying he definitely puts them over the top, but he's not the reason why they're winning. I could say technically by that logic, though, the fact that the Pistons have rattled off 5 straight without Cade kind of hurts my case for Cade as MVP, but by that same logic, you know? But I'm not objective. Cade should be the MVP. But fuck that, because Cade should be the MVP. But yeah, no, Wemby for MVP is the dumbest. Like, that should not be happening. And that's not because Wemby's not talented. It's just like, stop it. You can't start doing that now. That's where's that talk been all year? Like, come on. Well, that's some talking head bullshit, though, honestly. That's some straight up and down talking head bullshit. In the same way that there's some talking head bullshit motherfuckers going, well, Giannis is going to have to get out of Milwaukee. That started up again. Like, they didn't move him before the trade deadline. Giannis is at press conferences said, I want to stay a Milwaukee Buck. And yet, again, the conversation has turned into, well, what can Milwaukee give for Giannis this summer? It's like, motherfucker, he wants to stay in Milwaukee. Why the fuck? What part of he wants to stay in Milwaukee don't you guys understand? It's like, Wemby for MVP is those same fucking talking heads. It's those same guys that, like, despite every fucking goddamn metric possible to measure it, saying, no, that's not what's happening. No, that's not going on. No, that's not. It's like, nope, the fucking NBA narrative guys, the talking head narrative type guys, they all need to fucking relax, dude. They're not driving the car. They're not in charge of anything. Their words mean nothing, so they need to chill. They need to chill with Wemby for MVP. They need to chill with Giannis is leaving Milwaukee. They need to chill with a bunch of stuff, dude. Did you see that clip from Kevin Garnett saying, what the fuck? There should be a award for Cade. He has a collapsed lung. He's not sitting down because he's a bitch. He fucking literally has a collapsed lung, dude. Like, he should be MVP. Did you see that clip from him and Paul Pierce? I sent it over to you. Nice. If you can't carry it, don't get under the weight, motherfucker. Like, Kevin Garnett, when he starts getting animated, I love it, dude. If you can't carry the weight, don't. Or like, if you can't pick it up, then don't get under the fucking weight, motherfucker. I was like, yo. KG's a real one, dude. I should figure out where that podcast actually airs. Is that a YouTube podcast that I can subscribe to? I need to find that podcast. The one him and Paul Pierce do. Is that on like Spotify or some shit? I got to figure out where that is. I think it's probably on YouTube. I just got to type in like KG podcast or whatever. I got to find that one and start watching that one. Because generally I like Kevin Garnett's take, you know, for the most part. Wemby MVP might be the biggest robbery of all time if he gets. Oh, 100% agree. I 100% agree. Like, I don't have enough reasons to dislike that guy. Like, I will officially hate that kid if he gets MVP over Cade, dude. Or honestly, over Jaylen Brown. Like, Jaylen Brown deserves it more than he does. Jaylen Brown's been carrying the Celtics despite Tatum being out. If they want to crown Tatum, then they need to accept that, like, Tatum not being there is a big fucking deal. And what Jaylen Brown's been able to do without him is, in turn, a big fucking deal. They can't go, well, you know, Tatum's like a generational player, and then when he's out, go, well, Jaylen Brown being able to maintain a positive record and a fucking good high playoff standing for the Celtics without that generational player isn't a big deal. You can't say both those things, because then you look like a fucking idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think Tatum's a generational player. I think he's very good, but I don't think he's a generational player. But I do think losing him should have completely crumbled that Celtics team, and by virtue of Jaylen Brown being as good as he fucking is, they're still a very competitive team, and that gives him a lot of room to talk about MVP for sure. Obviously, I'm not objective, so I want Cade. Cade has the fucking Pistons as the first place team in the East after being like 14-win team like literally 2 years ago. So how the fuck it's not Cade is crazy to me as a Pistons fan, but I'm not stupid enough to realize that Jaylen Brown has been single-handedly carrying a team that he usually doesn't have to single-handedly carry all season, so there's a value there as well. If they give it to Wemby over either of those two motherfuckers, hell, you can always put SGA in there as well, or a Joker in there as well. But, like, I think it's about Jaylen Brown or Cade this year. And if it isn't, then the talking head media for basketball is a bunch of liars, which I think we kind of already know they are. But, yeah. For all the crowning of Jason Tatum they do, they sure don't give Jaylen Brown any respect for carrying his bucket of water and his own personal bucket of water, you know, this whole season without him. You know what I mean? The narrative of JB was set after he clamped the shit out of Kawhi and put 50 on his head, but not a word from the media. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But Jason Tatum has one good shooting night where he shoots like 9 threes out of 15 and fucking has like 40 points, and they win by 10. And they're like, oh, the best player to ever put on a Celtics jersey. It's like, okay, dude, whatever. Fucking idiots. Oh, look at his son sitting on the sidelines watching his daddy play. Isn't that wonderful? It's like, dude. Meanwhile, Jaylen Brown have like 25 points, fucking 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and a block, and like in the same game, and no one says shit. It's like, what do we? It's like it's little brother syndrome. I got an older brother that shines pretty fucking bright, so I know how this feels. I can't imagine. I should say I can imagine how Jaylen Brown feels night to night, going like, "Yo, motherfucker, move to the side. That shadow was killing me." You know what I mean? Like it's like, then finally. Not finally, but like, unfortunately, Tatum gets injured, and he's like, okay, time for me to step the fuck up, dude. I gotta shine bright like a diamond now, dude. There's no shadow anymore this year. You know, Tatum's out, and he does step up. He does play like a fucking beast, and gets literally no fucking shine for it at all. I would be furious. I would be absolutely furious if I was Jaylen Brown. The year he's had. The amount he's had to take on without Tatum out there, and they're talking Wemby for MVP, bro, I'd be fucking furious. Yo, low key though, I mean, I don't want this to happen, but imagine San Antonio and Boston finals. With all that MVP shit in the air. I mean, they decide the MVP before the finals, but imagine Wemby gets it, which will be the biggest injustice ever, but then in the same year, he runs into the Boston Celtics in the finals. Or my Pistons in the finals and Cade busts his ass for 50 a night. Chip on his shoulder shit. Oh, that would be some beautiful poetic justice. That's storytelling at its best, you know? People are now using plus minus to judge JB. It's literally everything not to push him. Yeah, 100%. Well, he's an Adidas guy, and the league has a Nike contract or whatever. Or the Olympic team has a Nike contract, so they can't have Jaylen Brown on the Olympic team because he's Adidas. It's like he didn't pick the right shoe. He didn't pick the right shoe, so he can't be on the U.S. basketball team. He's not on the right team, so he gets outshined by Jason Tatum every night. He's not a good interview, so he doesn't get to sit at the desk on SportsCenter. And it's like, God damn it. How about he's just really good at basketball? Since when is that not enough? You know? Yeah. It's an injustice for sure. But, I mean, if you're going to ask me Jaylen Brown or Cade Cunningham, I go Cade Cunningham. Even though I don't even like the way Cade played ball. I don't like how slowly he brings the ball up, how patient he is, how shoot first he is. There's so many things about Cade's game I don't like, but he's my guy. He's a Piston. It's got to go. It's Cade 1, it's Jaylen Brown 2. Wemby's like 5th on my list for MVP. Like, what are we doing? True. Yeah, he talks shit to the refs, which is a no-no. Yeah, Cade deserves a lot more fucking... 14 wins his rookie season. 14 wins. They are now the number 1 seed in the East at like almost 60 wins. An improvement of like 50-something fucking wins. Like, what are we even talking about? There shouldn't even be a conversation in my mind. And yes, I will say right out the bat, not objective. Those are my Pistons. Obviously, I'm not objective, but like, what are we talking about? By the time the season's over, it'll be like an improvement of nearly 50 wins. At the very least, give Bickerstaff Coach of the Year. I mean, something. First 2 he combined for like half of what he's won this year. Yeah, 100%. It's like, bro, he's already 20 games better than he was in his first 2 seasons win-wise. It's like, what are we talking about, dude? We're the number 1 seed in the East. It's almost playoff time. He had Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, Malik Beasley. Yeah, he's not surrounded by superstars in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't have a Tatum, although Jalen Duren is turning into his Tatum. Jalen Duren is turning into the guy people want to talk about in Detroit over Cade, which is crazy. The people that aren't Pistons fans, all they want to talk about is like, yo, your boy Duren, man. Like, I'm like, yeah, and Cade, dude, and Cade. But yeah, like, why do I got to champion Cade, dude? I get it. I don't like the way he plays either. I get it. I don't like the foul baiting, free throw merchant shit he does either. But like, he's undeniably talented. Like, he had a huge year until his fucking lung. He played till his lung collapsed. Whatever. Missoula? Oh, great. Yeah, give it to Missoula over Bickerstaff. What are you talking about? This is what I'm talking. We get no, dude. My Pistons get no fucking respect, bro. It is infuriating being a Pistons fan, dude. It really is. It makes me angry, dude. It's like, I get it. We won all of our championships except for the one with Jim Brown or Coach Brown, the wrong way. Like the Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace and Wallace championship. Obviously, we won the right way. But I get it. We won all our championships the wrong way back in the day in the 80s. I get it. We made all the commissioners upset with all of our beating people up and hard fouls and Detroit basketball, bad boys basketball bullshit. I get it. But we're not those guys anymore, man. That was 30 years ago. Bickerstaff is first. No, I know. I'm just saying. Watch them give it to Missoula. Fucking pricks. We never get anything. This is why we can't have nice things, Kyle. Okay? This is why we can't have nice things as Pistons fans. It's bullshit. They're never going to let us win, bro. I just need a mutated tomato to fall out of one of these trees. It's a thing that happens. When it happens, it's going to go all over the screen, and then we're out of here. I just got to get one of those to fall. Watch, it's going to take like 85 trees. I'm gonna have the worst luck ever right here. Watch. Bro. Yeah, I am so stoked for the playoffs, too. It's very exciting. We got a ton of good teams. In the East, it's wide open. I mean, the East is like, it's wide open. There's a lot of teams that could do some serious work. Oh, I thought I just got it. It whomped on a chop car. Damn it. I thought that was the from the accomplishing the... Come on, just give me a goddamn mutated tomato already, please. We want it. We needs it. Bro. That's the problem with these RNG ones. Sometimes it takes forever. Sometimes it's the first tree. I've had it be the first tree. The very first tree I grabbed, tomato, and I'm like, woohoo, and I'm done. But it's right here, Group Daily, dude. Mutated tomato right there. Find a mutated tomato while picking fruit. Like, that's what I'm doing right now. I just got to find literally one. There we go. Done. Okay, let's go. We're out of here. We're out of here, bro. I've never been so excited to get off the server. Usually I'll spend the whole day hanging out in here, but I got to go play Division. Very important. Very important stuff. Oh, my God, look at this car. I might have to change the rims, though. The rims are a little much. And I should have been gone. We ride. Let's get some speed going here, huh? I'm gonna go to Mirror Park, get a car wash. I don't like how dirty this car is right now. I need to wash it up a little bit, and then we're gonna park it up a little bit, and then we're gonna go play Division. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, I feel like I want rims that don't have as much blue on them. I want it to be very similar to that, but like with like little blue indicators on it, like not like that much blue. It's too much blue, I feel like. God, it's a pretty car though. Pretty fucking car, dude. Whoa. Fuck, I love this car. This car's pretty, dude. It's not super fast though. Like, I still haven't found a fast car I can drive. I mean, the Warhammer would do it. The Volshammer that everybody drives would do it. I'm sure. It's a fast car and it drives perfect. That car does drive perfect though. That one right there, the Paragon. It's not fast, but whatever. It's pretty. It's diamond blue, dude. Let's get out on my roof and we'll call it a day, guys. Appreciate you letting me rant and rave about basketball for 2 hours and drive a truck around for 2 hours. I mean, it was the least RP day I've had in this roleplay server probably ever. But we had to get those group dailies done. Now I get to go play Division and not worry about losing any ground on the old group, which we, by the way, have 21 rep points for. Both daily activities are done. Love that. We got 21 rep points. I think we're working towards some more scavenger, maybe some more lead belly or something. I'd love to have to eat less in the city. That'd be handy. For now, though, I think we'll leave it here. The city's quiet today anyways. I didn't see a ton of people. I saw those guys in that penumbra at the gas station in Harmony, and we chatted about Latino bitches or whatever, but like, it wasn't like I saw a ton of people in the city anyways. I was just driving all over the city in that truck. We didn't see